the banter.
Okay, I know. I was like waiting. I was like, when are we starting? I started it.
Okay. So you pay us your K-Cups royalties from your sales that we sell.
No.
There, don't you?
I think that's the opposite. That works the opposite direction. Because see, the K-Cup patent is ours. We just want you to produce it since you already produce coffee. So we'd like to introduce to you a new revenue stream that you can capitalize on and make a lot of money. We're already selling our brewers. The only question
Money
is,
from you.
are we going to make our own K-Cups, or would you guys like to capitalize on this opportunity?
Well,
We would like to capitalize.
What?
I said we would like to capitalize on this opportunity.
no.
Yes, we
Oh,
would.
what do
We
you think
would like
of
to.
royalty?
But, for instance,
But what?
what if we were the only people you would sell the K-Cups to?
What if you were the
Selling it
only
to
people?
us? I thought they were going to pay us to distribute them for them.
I don't think so.
No.
Because we want to be, like, ideally, we would like to be the exclusive dealer of them. So we will
How
get
about you
them
guys
from
are
them,
exclusive on the
and
East
then we.
Coast, where you guys already currently work and have experience?
What do you consider the East Coast? How big of an area is that?
Let me put it this way.
Mm,
You're like Skyhook.
East third of the
You're like
United States.
Steve Jobs.
What?
You're like Skyhook, and we're like Steve Jobs. A deal like this would really boost your sales.
No, it wouldn't. You can't even make cake. You need the brewer to make even have K-Cups worth selling. So anyway, so you would like an exclusive contract. What would that entail for exclusivity? What area? You guys currently are in the market on the East Coast, but not necessarily the West Coast. So if we were to give you exclusive rights to sell our product, how would you expand to more West Coasts and mid-US? Like how would you be able to leverage those areas? Because right now those aren't really your areas of expertise or your areas of marketing.
We'll offer them a deal that they can pay us to sell our products.
What?
We can offer them a deal that if they pay us, then we'll sell them your products.
Who's they?
Other coffee stores.
Other coffee shops, stuff too.
But you don't have any.
Ideally, I think that we would like to take the funds that we make from this and put it towards growing our stores.
Okay.
And potentially expand to the West Coast and Central U.S.
We're gonna call it the Green Mountain Coffee Shop.
I think that was Jason. Was that Jason?
The tapping sound? What did you say? Maybe Sparks.
I thought you started talking.
No.
So ideally, we would like someone that's already positioned in West Coast markets that could really capitalize on their already established market share in those areas. So I understand you guys want exclusivity, but right now it seems like you have, again, really good market share and really good numbers on the East Coast. So we'd be willing to do a somewhat exclusive agreement for the East Coast, so you wouldn't have competition for selling our K-Cups in that area. Or if you do want national exclusivity, again, how are you going to do that? Would you guys be using like online marketing channels? Would you be distributing just on the internet? I don't know, through eBay, Amazon, or would you guys be going through some other? How would you guys distribute this K-Cup to a market that you don't yet have?
Well, there's a couple of ways I feel like we could go about doing it. We could have our own website where we could ship to anywhere in the US. And then like for offices, for example, they could just purchase the K-Cups from us as well as the machine, like all the equipment needed. And then we can service all those areas, and we can do that on the East Coast as well, and have it in the East Coast stores until we're able to expand actual retail stores to the West Coast.
Yes, and I don't understand how that's going to happen, but in our email exclusive for us, it says it's going to be like barrel. So it's going to be easy.
Well, because we patented the K-Cup design, we're going to sell a whole bunch of brewers, and if you guys are the only ones that can produce the K-Cup, you know, of course. But I just want to know what you guys are going to do for us that we can't do for ourselves.
We already are established in the market. Mm-hmm.
We have
but that is better than nothing.
I agree.
We have factories.
I that's great. And you make good coffee too.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So we can get you out there faster than you can.
These are things we recognize and understand, which is why we like to work with you. And you're only 3 miles away from us. So that's fabulous.
It is a win-win situation.
We can do
Simon the Double Bottle.
Okay, so this is what we can do for you.
So how much for the K-Cups? How much of a royalty are you going to pay us for the exclusive right to produce K-Cups?
0.125 cents.
I'm feeling that like that's a lot lower than we could just make our own K-Cups for.
You have your factories all established. You have to.
Oh,
you're gonna have to
not
invest
yet,
in
but for that
invest in
price,
workers.
at that price, we might as well.
We can do it now.
Okay. Well, our launch is middle of next year, so we have.
It'll take you 2 to 3 years to get yours up and running.
We have 9 months. So like I said, we like your coffee. We just want to know how you guys are going to make this a good deal for us, because we'd rather leave the coffee making to you guys, and you guys leave the technology and the machines to us, so we can both make more money. So what do you think a fair price? If you guys are going to make K-Cups for us that are co-branded with Green Mountain Coffee and Keurig, and you guys are going to be the exclusive distributor of these K-Cups, how much per K-Cup are you going to pay us? Because you guys can set the prices on the K-Cups. I don't care how much you sell them for. If you want to sell them for $5, you can sell them for $5. Doesn't matter to me.
We will give you 25 cents a K-Cup, or 25% of what we sell the K-Cup for.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of these K-Cups are only going for cost, but retail price 13 cents, 50 cents. Here's one for 39 cents.
For a K-Cup, 39 cents? How are people even selling K-Cups? They don't exist yet. And they're, of course, not your premium blended coffees either. So,
Well, I think I'm reading just competitor stuff. They might not be K-Cups, but per cup.
Well, they have to be K-Cups because if they're not K-Cups, they won't work in our awesome, perfect brewing Keurig machines.
There's still competitors that have similar things to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And right now those are going for 50 cents.
Okay. So that's what you can sell it for. So what do you feel a fair royalty is to pay to us to use our patent? And our
25% a K-Cup. That's a fourth of the profits in just royalties. That's not even including the labor and the other things that would be expenses.
25% doesn't inspire a lot of confidence.
We'd be paying you a lot more than it's even worth to make it. I mean, typically an office using a traditional brewer paid 20.125 cents per cup brewed and brewed an average of 43 cups. So
Starbucks sells coffee.
If you take the 50 cents, take out what it costs, that leaves you, and get 25%, that give you about 9 cents a cup.
So you're competing with crappy office coffee. Starbucks sells cups of coffee for $5.
That's at 50 cents. So if you're able to increase that to say 75 cents, you get 25% of that.
Well, again, we're not selling these. You guys are selling and marketing and distributing these.
okay, how much do you think you believe that distributors will pay per K-Cup?
Yeah, and like keep in mind, this is like in an office setting. We're trying to get office people to purchase these machinery. Like they're not going to spend what Starbucks would like have you spend.
Well, I understand that they don't want to spend that much, but again, you have to understand that when I walk into work and 5 people in my immediate vicinity have $4 or $5 cups of Starbucks coffee, I think there's definitely an opportunity there for both the employer to maybe provide some more premium blend coffee versus just a crappy, cup of Folgers or something.
I don't think the employer is going to want to, if they had a choice to spend $5 a cup or provide something that cost him $1 a cup, he's going to go with $1. And our coffee has shown to be
right. You guys have really good coffee, so if you could sell it for $1 to these employers, their employees don't have to leave, and you can do a lot of different blends and stuff.
Okay, Levi, and brands such as yourself, how much do you think distributors would pay for per K-Cup? Like, what would your terms be?
So depending on volume, I think you guys could sell K-Cups for anywhere between 50-ish cents and 60 cents. That's what I think.
Well, in the case study that we both had access to, it said that distributors would pay about 25 cents a piece for K-Cups. So 25 cents per cup for us to sell. We could probably double the margin, double it, so 50 cents. So we'd really only be making 25-cent margin on it.
We could go as far as royalties per cup. I think you could get a little bit more per cup. So if we were closer to like 30 cents royalty per cup, I think that would be more doable.
That's okay. 30 cents. That would be like 70%.
It's 60%. Yeah.
If you're selling your cake for like 50%,
that'd be 60% of what we'd sell them for. So your royalty isn't gross. It's usually of the net. So we can give you a royalty of our net profit, but not our gross profit.
Well, again, we're not looking for a percentage. We're looking for an exact dollar amount.
Jason, what do you think?
So, yeah.
Let's hear from
the
Jason.
pricing?
Oh yeah.
Well, I think they're worth around 50 to 60 cents because
The most we can sell them for is 50 cents a cup. I don't think we can pull off more than 100% of tape for them.
because what we're selling is different from traditional coffee in a sense where you only have to brew it once and it's done right, opposed to traditional coffee where sometimes if you brew it once, you might mess it up and you got to do it over and over again. So I think it benefits offices because it reduces employees spending time making coffee. So we think it's worth that premium price of around 50 to 60 or even more.
How much are you hoping? What royalty would you consider fair?
Like we said before, like 30 cents. It's like 60.
So we would pay 25 cents for it, and we would charge 50 cents for it.
Or
30 cents, that is above what we can afford. And we won't even be able to pay our workers. We'd be losing money on 30 cents a cup.
So you guys feel that, like, how many cents per cup? So you're talking about.
So we're talking about, okay. Study, we both had a cup. Now, let's say that we double that and charge other people. We pay for it. 50 cents a cup. At minimum. Like we can sell it for a minimum of 50 cents a cup, 5 cents a cup, or we would be paying 25 cents per cup. That gives us 25 cents to play with. That would be our Zopa.
So based on my understanding,
I'm reading 4.
One more time. Your phone, your thing's cutting out.
Page 4, first full paragraph.
So as far as the numbers, I mean, I'm a little bit confused. So we're calculating out that if you guys sell K-cups at like right around 53 cents and you can produce them at around
25 cents.
Well, if we look at like royalties,
Mm-hmm.
right? If we basically, if you guys can keep the cost at like 25 cents a cup, I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that would give us 25, 26, 28 cents of margin.
Right, and in order to basically make what we need to make, we'd need like the cost per cup to be like 27 cents. That would be from my understanding, that was the royalty per cup, right?
That would give us 1 penny per cup to work on profits.
So
that's not including operation expense.
So you guys have a direct cost for a K-cup at 12 cents, an order processing per cup of 2 cents, a total cost per K-cup of 14 cents, right?
Mm-hmm. And that comes out of our profits, though. So we buy the K-cups from you at a certain price, and then we try to resell them. So it's going to take us 14 cents. So say we bought them for 25 cents, we're selling them for 50 cents. So after, we would literally only have 11 cents to work with, and that's to break even.
You know what's better than coffee anyway?
Really, really
So,
expensive. So I'm trying to figure out because, like, okay, so my calculations, right? If we can, at the end of the day, if we can make by ourselves, we can make a profit of like 3 cents a K-cup, let's say. If we go branding, right?
Let's put it this way. Okay, so we know and recognize that it's your name. We are not asking for anything more than your brand name. You have a brand name, and we can distribute it under your name because, like we said before, people are looking to sell in their coffee shops brand names. All we want is the license. We can take care of, like, I can't think of the word right now, raw materials. We can take care of paying our employees. We can take care of all those things. All we need is licensing. Or we can get, this might make things a little bit easier. Okay. Okay. So if we, that sucks, doesn't it?
yeah. I'd say we would be willing to go up to 5 cents.
That's a highlighter. That would be worse.
Because then we're breaking it in half. Whatever profits we got, half would go to you in royalties. That's 50% of what we make is going to you just for letting us sell your K-cups.
This is left to you guys too, right?
What?
No, that's right.
To you guys, just mirroring.
It's right.
That's right to you? Okay. So this is left. Oh. This is. Okay, so the middle right here, this is our cost. You guys see that? Is that showing up at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our cost. Okay? And this is how much we can sell it for. 25 cents, 50 cents. So we can cover these costs right here. These are our costs. We can give you royalties about right here. 10 cents.
Less.
We need maybe less. We need at least 15 cents of profit per cup to pay for overhead, such as, factory use, electric bills, heating, all that kind of stuff. This only comes out of the materials it takes to make it. This does not, and what it takes to pay our workers. This does not take into account overhead.
Yeah.
Plus, we need
those costs, that bigger bubble is 14 cents. So that leaves 11 cents to play with, and we're saying we would give you 5 of those 11 cents per cup after we already bought the cup for 25 cents. So you're getting 30 cents a cup.
So we need this to ensure growth. This actually is actually helping you as well, because if we don't make profit, we shut down and we can't sell your products anymore.
Like I said, I'm just trying to understand. So, like, I understand, like, the overall, like, okay, if it gets made for 25 cents, you guys sell it for, let's say, 50 cents, whatever. Then you're making 10 cents at that point, or like the profit per K-cup is like 10 cents, right? That's
right.
Obviously we have to split between the two of us at 5 cents. But what if you were to sell it at like 53 cents?
I think if we're gonna sell them for more, I think for a base model we should start with 50 cents. See how it takes. Then we can start coming up with caramel. There's a peppermint flavor. We can charge more for those. And our variable expenses aren't going to be as much as we're going to be upping the price for each different flavor.
Yeah, I think we should make a contract almost for like a 3-month trial period, and we'll just see how they sell. And if no one buys them, then I'm not going to ask people to pay more. But if it's popular, then of course we can try to raise prices.
How do you feel about that, Jason? Basically, it's a 50% of the profit that is there, assuming a 50 cent sale price.
50% of revenue would go towards our cost of goods sold.
Right. So assuming a 25-cent cost of goods sold, a 50-cent sale price, there's a 10% profit that would be divided equally, so 50-50 between us and them. Obviously, if they're able to sell the K-Cups for more money, that would mean both more money for them and more money if we did a 50% split on profit.
So 50% split on profit, that would be that would be 12.
That'd be fine. Which is what Kelly's
0.125. Like I said at the beginning. Per cup.
0.125 what?
Well, 25 cents cut straight down the middle. That's 12 and a half cents.
Right. So Kelly's proposition was 5 cents based on a 10% profit per cup. So it's a 50% based on the profit.
Yeah.
50% of the actual profits earned.
So we're saying
obviously
we're
if you don't earn profits.
5 cents per cup? Sorry, you cut out for a second. Are you saying we're going to give you 5 cents per cup?
5 cents for royalties.
And I'd say like for royalties, 5 cents, maybe an additional 2 or 3 cents per cup for licensing.
Well, then that's like 80%. I think 5%, right. They get 50% total of our profits.
I'm sorry, everyone keeps cutting out on me. I think I might get kicked soon.
So we're saying 50% of the profits would cover the licensing, like the royalties that we're paying, the licensing, whatever else. That would be included in the 5 cents because that's 50% of our profits.
But we haven't actually calculated our own profits yet.
No, we did.
Well, of gross margin or net income?
So, well, excluding, yeah. So like what we're doing is you have the cup we buy for 25 cents, we're selling for 50, so that gives us 25 cents. It'll cost us roughly 14 cents per cup on operating at cost and things like that. So that's 11 cents we're left with. If we give them 5 cents, then that's half of that. And then whatever left will come out of our portion.
Okay.
But like we will have paid them the 5 cents per cup for like royalties, licensing.
Okay. Okay. We need to write this up. I feel like we have it down.
They're gonna make you sign a contract.
My Sharpie's making me sick.
50% of whatever the profit margin is. That's the contract.
Yes.
Whatever the profit
So
is.
if you sell for $1, then awesome.
Then you would get 50 cents.
We get 25 actually, right?
Right,
or
right,
no,
yeah.
25.
50 cents total, 25 for the cup, and another, 25
No,
for that.
if you guys sold it for $1, you're still making it for 25 cents. So half of 75 cents is 37.5 cents.
Okay.
Well, hang on, just a second. That leaves another variable. Let's say that we don't we want to raise our prices, like what we're going to sell it for, to the public, without consulting you. So you're still getting 5 cents. Are we talking percentages of profits, or are we talking a flat rate?
We would do it like we wanted to establish what you would be willing to as far as a flat rate initially. But if we're talking about doing experiments and stuff like that,
Yeah.
initially and don't know that there's a specific dollar amount, 5 cents isn't really going to cut it in the long term. If you feel that, I mean, we would like to do the 50% of the profit. And
So
that
pretty
way,
much-
if you can sell it for $1, then fantastic, because you're using our machines.
So pretty much we can sell for a minimum of 50 cents right now. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
To sell for as much as we want, and we can collect on those profits as long as we give you your royalties.
Mhm.
Right. As long as you give
Okay.
us all the profits, you can sell the K-Cup for whatever you want.
Okay,
'Cause
that
either
sounds
way-
You can manage up
Yeah,
to
either way
$1,
it benefits us. They get more money and we get more money.
that sounds great to me. Because the more we sell, they will get more money, but the greater our profits, we will be able to grow faster.
Yeah. And if we can sell it for more, that just means they get a little bit more, but so do we.
Okay, that sounds like a good win-win.
I agree with that. And I honestly think you guys can sell it for, like, for my calculations, based on margins, I think you guys could actually sell it for like 53-ish cents a K-Cup. If
Okay,
you're doing it.
I just want to think
That's my
worst case scenario. We want to make sure that we are getting your money to you. Worst case scenario.
right. And the worst case scenario, if we do it as a percentage versus if we do it as a dollar amount or penny rate, if you will.
Mhm.
If you guys don't sell any K-Cups, if you don't make any money on K-Cups, at that point
You don't have to
guys
sell
don't-
any or give them money. Yeah.
Right, because if you're not making profit on it, then like, yeah.
What do you think, Steve?
I'm agreeing with it.
I thought this would be a lot harder. If I'm honest.
I mean, it started off slow, but we got it.
Well, I think my hang up was like the fact that it was like the royalty / cost plan is mixed together in the calculations. So it's weird because you have to look at what you're actually able to produce the K-Cup for to determine
Yeah.
what the profit is. And right now you're at 25 cents, but if you can produce it for cheaper later on, then obviously the profit margins will be higher. You can
Yeah.
also sell it for a higher amount of money.
Is it up to us to figure out if we can produce it cheaper, or is that your job?
You guys
Their
are the-
job,
you guys
I'm
are the
pretty sure.
K-Cup.
Because we just buy the K-Cups from you.
Yeah, we're just licensing it to you.
We don't produce the K-Cups. You guys produce the K-Cups.
By your design, though, are we working on your design, or are we designing it?
No, the K-Cups are already designed.
Mhm.
So we made a coffee brewer, right? A Keurig brewer. It
Right.
costs like $800, $1,500 or whatever, based on how much we can sell them for. They take a specific patented K-Cup design, right? So you guys, because you guys are coffee brewers, you guys are making the actual K-Cups. Essentially what you're
Okay.
doing is licensing a patented, whatever you want to call it, design, if you will, for these K-Cups from us. And you're basically selling your own coffee brand.
Let me rephrase. I'm sure we don't have to talk about this, but I'm just curious. With us getting licensing, do we have the right to do research and development to improve on your design? Or are you going to do research and development to teach us how to improve making the product?
Right. We are the ones that have built the brewers and designed the coffee cups to work in our brewery.
Okay, so being able to produce it for less depends on you.
It depends mostly on, right. I mean, as far as like the design itself, but
Yes.
if you guys can find efficiencies in like the machinery, because you guys basically are paying for, you guys own all your own machinery. So if you can find a way to K-Cup design cheaper, then by all means do it. And likewise, if you can find a way to make or reduce your production costs in your own coffee blends, and still keep a premium blend that there's demand for, then do that too. Like that, it doesn't matter to us. We just want really good coffee, because that's what you guys do. You guys are coffee professionals, and we want that to go basically into our machine. So every time someone gets coffee out of a Keurig machine, they get very consistent quality coffee, and it's easy to make. And again, it's the primary thing is consistency and speed.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's going to be exactly proportioned because it's the same. It's coming out of a K-cup every time. You don't have to sit there and mess with, how much coffee's in there or how long you leave the beans in the filter and all that other crap that goes along with making like a good cup of coffee.
You must be
right?
Mormon. You have no idea how to make coffee.
What?
I love how we're talking so much about coffee when we don't know what it is.
I know. It was even funny in the beginning. I was like, you guys make delicious coffee. Yeah, we do. I don't know.
So I had a buddy that really likes coffee, and so of course at work, right? He's showing me he's got one of those little brewers that he puts on his desk.
Oh wow, cool, man, cool.
And he taught me about it. So I read about it online, and I think coffee is like super interesting. I don't know. It is. It's interesting.
Yeah.
What do we have to do now?
I don't think we have to do anything else. I think we came to the conclusion that we're done, right?
So
there's 2 questions in the case discussion that we have to answer. Well, there's like 2. There's a bunch of bullet points for each one, but it just said, what happened in your negotiation? What was the tone of the negotiations? What actions did your counterparty take? Were they particularly effective? Did you walk through a per cup economic analysis? What major points of disagreement did you encounter? So we'll just start with the first one. What was the tone of your negotiations?
Sarcastic.
Jovial.
We're pretty pleasant.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah. I don't think it was mean. I think we stood up for ourselves, though. Okay. What actions did your counterparty take that were effective?
They said no.
As clarified. Profits. Sorry, I cut someone off. Whoever was that was talk.
I don't know. You guys are trying to push us to sell it for more, I guess.
Yeah, that was effective, I guess.
I guess.
Well, I think our drawing. That must have been effective. We brought data to the table.
I threw it away though because the smell from the Sharpie on the paper was making me sick.
No, I think we both did a good job just negotiating, understanding what everyone's terms were, and then moving from there and explaining it to each other. I felt like that was helpful to understand, just how much each person would get out of the deal, like sharing information.
Yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Did you walk through a per cup economic analysis? Yes, we did. What major points of disagreement did you encounter? How much to give them? In
How much do you
royalty.
want?
This would be a lot more
Yeah.
helpful if we actually knew how much coffee was worth in the real world.
Let's see. Next question.
So-
How did you? What? Sorry, what?
Oh, I was gonna answer because after me and Jason researched or we calculated all our stuff on our spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up coffee cups on Amazon, and we were actually right on the money with 53 cents. If you buy 80 cups of 80 K cups in bulk at a time, you can get them for 53 cents. If you buy them for anything less than 24 or less, they're 61 cents each.
So buy in bulk.
Walmart.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah.
Nice work. Okay, how did you view, I don't know how to say this, Keurig's position?
Here I go.
How do we view your position?
Yeah. How did you view
Yes.
their position?
You guys have no space for growth without a distributor. You need us.
Oh yeah, we totally do need you.
We just didn't say it.
That wasn't the question. That was never the question. The thing was, it's like we could go to all the trouble to like produce our own coffee, but like we're not experts. Like we make technology. Like why would we want to do that? You guys already make good coffee. Like freaking make it. Like we could take the time and the energy to like build out our entire product line and learn coffee and all that crap. But why? It would be way more beneficial to just partner with someone that knows what the heck they're doing in the first place, which is obviously you guys.
Yeah. How important is it to GMCR? I'd say it's important because then it sets us apart from our competitors. Like if we start selling them and it was like exclusively ours, that drives people to come to us. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gives you guys another good product channel. That, like you said, it's exclusive, so no one else can really mess with it.
Yeah, and I feel like it expands like our business as well, because like we go from being a storefront to also selling more in, like going into a new market in a way, like going into offices and start capitalizing on those, like the 5% coffee market for offices.
Right.
Cool. Okay. What is the maximum value that could be shared between the two companies? What is the maximum value?
Like
So
per
next
cup? Or
It just says, what is the maximum value?
My calculation says like right around 21 cents. That's it. That's so if you guys can sell a K-cup for 61 cents a K-cup.
yeah.
Okay. What is how much does Keurig earn under True North?
Oh, I had the answer to that.
What is it?
But what was the question again?
How much does Keurig earn under True North? So if you did it on your own, how much would you earn?
Based on everything we calculated, if we were to build out everything ourselves, we would earn about 3 cents per cup, and that's assuming a production line cost of $700,000.
Hey, that's less than you would make if we distributed for you.
Right. That's another incentive to go with us.
Right.
You make more money. Cool. 3 cents. Okay. What is Keurig's walk away?
Wait, labor. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't have the answer to that last question. What was the new question?
What is Keurig's walk away?
$1 for
anything less than 4 cents.
Okay, our walkway pretty much was if we couldn't make any profits for ourselves off of it.
Yeah.
Like you guys were asking for 30 cents out of a 25-cent gross margin. There's no way.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Right. And I think at the beginning there, I was looking at the cost per cup, so I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was totally like way out there.
We're losing 5 cents if we sell this. Sweet.
Yeah, I was doing it based on the cost per cup. Like, anyway.
Okay. How did you get those values? I mean, we just calculated. Yeah, we just use
I
that.
do the drawing.
And our estimated sale price.
What is the Zupa?
Zopa? Zone, the
ZUPA.
zone of something agreement.
I think it's the zone
Yeah, it's based.
or the. Sorry, what is it?
It's basically where it's an acceptable agreement for both parties.
Yeah. I want to know what it stands for now, though. Zone.
Zone of possible agreement. A possible agreement is anywhere from
10.
0 cents
Yeah.
legal fees to 10 cents legal fees. And we agreed on 7, I think, right?
What was the question? Sorry.
No, what?
The question?
What is the zone of possible agreement? So
Oh, okay.
if the profit margin is 10 cents per K cup, then for us, because we'd be able to make our own and make a 3 cent margin per K cup, for us acceptable, I mean, again, acceptable, AKA we'd make a profit, however small, would be 4 cents or more. Because if it was 3 cents, then we'd break an even. We might as well build our own because we could eventually, build it out for volume and cost, as well as have a direct control.
That's
Think
so
of every
bad.
time. It makes me think of someone like taking their pants off and like sitting on a flatbed scanner at work or something.
What? Where did you go with that?
Sorry.
Because the two like round cheeks. It's like.
Oh my god.
You haven't seen Minions?
No, it's not this. It's okay. Whatever.
You haven't watched Minions, really? Anyway.
Sweet.
How big of a
Okay.
deal is exclusivity to both parties?
Yeah. For us, it was like, it would be ideal, but it wasn't like for sure 100% necessary.
For us, it was important that it wasn't like 100% exclusive. And based on my feeling, unless you guys could show how your distribution would work.
Makes sense. Okay. How have we captured a complete picture of both parties' interests? Yes. Because we're both able to make money.
Yeah. So in our exclusive email, it said, if you do not reach an agreement, then Keurig team should draft a short paragraph explaining blah, blah, blah. So if we do come to an agreement, do we have to write anything up?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was like you had to discuss it, and if by 90 minutes you hadn't come to an agreement, then you had to just write up a thing saying why.
Okay.
But 90 minutes of a negotiation?
Well, I mean, we didn't think Connells was going to budge. She was going to give us, like, we'll pay you 0.5 cent per cup. Round it down.
I was making it 12.5 cents. I said 0.125, but I meant 0.215 of a dollar.
Oh, gotcha.
I think. Yeah. 0.125 cents, what I meant.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
All right,
that's
so-
the thing.
Shall we start our
Summary?
Yeah.
okay, allow me. Okay. So from
Show
here,
your butt picture.
50 cents is what we're gonna sell each cup for, K-cup. Now we can cover these costs. We're Green Mountain, by the way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our Zupa zone. We can
They
pay.
got hold of full time at higher.
Yeah, this is the money we can give them in royalties and licensing, and then we need this much money for profits and overhead.
Yes. So we ultimately agreed upon a 50% split on profit. So 25 cents we buy for, if we're selling it for 50 cents, 14 cents go towards our cost, and that leaves us with 11 cents. So we would give 5 cents in royalties and other things to how do you say the name?
Keurig.
Keurig.
Keurig. Okay, Keurig. And
Think about Keurig magazine.
oh yeah. And then we would keep the other 6 cents ultimately. We're splitting 50-50, and that will cover additional costs on our end and profits for us. So we both make money. And then if we can sell it for more later, we'll keep the percentage the same. So it's still 50%. So everyone just gets a little more money if we're able to sell it for more later. Yes. And everyone was happy with that.
The end.
Okay. Should I end the broadcast?
Yeah.
Okay. And then